Hello Aries, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon people. This is your weekly astrological and card forecast for the week starting October 10th, 2016. And a quick reminder for you guys about how these horoscopes work. Remember, I'm going to be detailing on a weekly basis some of the things that are more day-to-day astrologically, not so much the big monthly shifts and changes you would see in a monthly general horoscope that I also do. So, it's always good to know that, just because some folks are kind of like, well, how come you didn't cover this? And it's like, well, that was in the monthly horoscope. Like, why would you want to repeat of that? So, just kind of putting that out there so people know what's going on. So, what is going on this week in the weekly astrology? Well, it's all about Mercury. It's all about Mercury this week. And yes, Mercury has just moved into Libra, into your 7th house of partnerships, and it's going to be there pretty much, for a while, for at least the next few weeks. And with Mercury in, your partnership sector, you can actually expect, obviously, a lot more ease in communications with your closest one-on-one relationships, your BFF, your boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, all of those really close, tight one-on-one relationships, business partners. But also, at the same time, you can also expect faster developments, because that's what Mercury does. And this week, Mercury is making all the important angles, it seems. On Tuesday, we've got Mercury conjunct, as in getting real close and connecting directly with Jupiter, on Tuesday the 11th in this partnership zone. And this kind of brings about a bit of a big early graduation sort of energy to your partnership sector. This is a beautiful week for love and romance, and this is also a great time to be actually sort of, again, elevating or expediting the upward mobility or the growth in the status of a close one-on-one relationship you are in. This could actually be something outside of the realm of romance. If you're not interested in romance in this reading, this could have to do with, again, a business partnership, something you and a close friend or maybe a roommate and a relative are actually trying to get off the ground. There may even be some great financial news coming from this new arrangement or coming from this expansion this week, so be prepared. On Thursday, however, we do have a bit of a square between Mercury and Mars, between your 7th house of partnerships and your 10th house of career. And this can create a bit of a clash where people might be saying too much at the office. And be careful, when Mars and Mercury come together, there is a chance that we could share too much information. This could be compromising information. This could be something that might not necessarily be necessary information for a coworker or a client to know. And the reason, I know it sounds kind of shady, but the reason this is important to understand is that when Mercury and Mars come together, usually we say too much. Usually we, may accidentally kind of let something out that was not ready to be let out. And this could be compromising either at work or on the partnership sector. And we don't want to create any unnecessary anxiety with that. So, be careful, zip your lips. If you're not sure if something needs to be just out in the open, it probably shouldn't. All right? So that is the astrology for the week. What is going on with the cards? Well, for your spiritual advice, we do have the card of She Who Laughs, okay? And I know it doesn't look like she's laughing very much in this card. She kind of has more of like a very emo Winona Ryder kind of look going on. But with the card of She Who Laughs, it's about understanding where and how we can alleviate stress and tension by maybe doing a little bit of trivializing, bringing a little bit of humor into things, and especially nowadays where everyone is just ready to vent and rant. Humor is becoming harder and harder to understand and to accept, and this is definitely a week where humor is going to save the day, especially when it feels like tensions are getting a little bit high, people are perhaps being a bit too insecure, taking things unnecessarily personally. I've even had situations like that online where it's like a person thought I was talking about them, and it's like, I live in Seattle, I don't even know you, this video is for thousands of people, so humor, finding the humor in things and helping people find the humor, and again, making things smaller as they, sizing things to the real size of the problem or the issue with humor is going to be absolutely necessary during this time. Okay, so that's definitely something to keep in mind. And don't be afraid to do that. Don't be afraid to. Sometimes we're afraid to make something lighter because we think everything has to be serious or else people are not given the credit or being validated for their emotions. But sometimes, putting those emotions or putting that situation on steroids, that's not helping anyone either. When it comes to your Earth sector, when it comes to your work and finances, we do have the Fool card inverted. Okay, and this card can indicate that there may be some challenges getting a client or a customer to accept a new way that you are doing business. This could also be a business partner who's having a hard time dealing with the new way of doing business. Now, this might not even be your choice. This could be a change in policy going on throughout the office. This could be people who are just being generally inflexible. If you own your own business and you're trying to take a new approach, maybe you're trying to change your schedule, update, the way you handle your website, your availability, and things like that, you might be noticing that a lot of people are just not keeping up with you this week. And again, finding the humor in that is a huge deal because that tends to make people less trepidatious about change and alteration to what they consider the norm. Financially, the Fool card inverted is a warning card. It's not saying anything bad will happen, so don't take these things as a guarantee when it's just a warning. But there may be a chance this week that an opportunity to perhaps fix an issue, either dealing with a bill, a payment plan, or maybe even credit or investment, is being offered to you that you absolutely should not take, okay? If it sounds too good to be true, or it just seems too, two slaps together, it definitely is. For your communications with air, we do have the Four of Wands upright, and I always paraphrase this card as my cause for celebration, and this message is going to be coming to you through a friend or a relative this week. This could actually be news of another great success outside of you. Somebody may be actually having their own, big spin of good luck. They want to share it. This could be a party. This could be a wedding. This could be a promotion. This could be good news coming to you about an acceptance as well, or a go-ahead. If you need a go-ahead, maybe you're pending the approval of a move or a lease. A lot of the Four of Wands card energy does tend to relate to the home. Maybe you've been having a hard time getting things to be more peaceful at the home front or on the family front, or we've been having a hard time kind of maybe coordinating with larger groups of people, getting everyone on the same page. This is the week where we're noticing we're finally ironing out these wrinkles and everyone is finally ready to move forward. No one's hanging back, no one's sitting on their toes, no one's digging their heels in anymore. And again, there is cause to celebrate in that because everyone is now willing to participate instead of just anticipate. For your challenge this week with fire, we do have the Seven of Wands inverted. And when we have this card show up as a challenge, it's basically saying your challenge this week is to not fight, argue, or have your disputes in a way that is completely undue, and to avoid undue conflict. We have a lot of energy with these cards, and even with the astrology this week, talking about making sure that we don't engage in unnecessary conflict. So a lot of fights can be in futility, and nowadays people don't really have a lot of conflict for the sake of, solving a problem. They just want a conflict to vent about other problems. And this week with the Seven of Wands inverted, it's talking about keeping yourself clean, making sure that you're picking your battles correctly. If we don't have to have an argument about something that's going nowhere, then don't. It is just going to be a drain. That's true, For your emotions with water and your romantic life, we do have the Three of Pentacles, upright. Three of Pentacles upright, which actually does bode very well for both single and coupled Aries people. If you are single, you are definitely going to want to trust in the opportunity to meet somebody at a group function or through a group. The Three of Pentacles always talks about teamwork. It always talks about being brought into a group or into a social function that will actually have a big payoff. And this actually does bode very well. You may also find that a love opportunity may come through a friend or a coworker this week, or perhaps somebody on a team or in some kind of special interest group or a study group that you are in. It is actually through a group that you are already affiliated with, that we have somebody brand new, or maybe just an opportunity that is brand new manifesting. For those of you who are currently coupled, the Three of Pentacles upright says that you and your partner will actually be finding a very unconventional way to romantically relate, and that is going to be bonding over some kind of big problem-solving opportunity the two of you actually have. It's almost like sending the two of you on a bit of a quest, and it's bonding through the endeavoring. You know, it's like a bonding exercise for you and your partner at this point in time, which will bring the two of you a lot closer. Also, more activity with other people as well. Even if you might be the kind of couple that doesn't kind of get out and socialize and do the whole group function thing very much, make time for it this week. It will actually bring the two of you closer, even if other people are included. So that is your forecast, Aries. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And of course, if you'd like to get a session, you can always go to my website, integrativemysticism.com, and I will talk to you later.